You don't need that fancy equipment. That's what everybody says, right? You don't need the camera. You don't need the mic. You don't need the lighting. Cool. But let me ask you something. If buying that mic would make you feel serious, if that camera would make you show up properly, if that lighting will stop you hiding in the dark, then why are you pretending the gear is the problem? Because here's the truth nobody wants to say. It's not the equipment holding you back. It's the fear of being seen. And that's what we're here talking about today. My people, thank you for joining me again, man. It's just a paper boy. Yes, it's been an interesting week. It's been an interesting... I think it's been about a week. I've got a video that I put out and I've got about 1,600 views on it so far. And it just seems to be going up every day. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm getting most of my followers from. So yeah, things are growing, things are going in the right direction. I think going forward it's just, like with anything, tweaking, because that is my best performing video. A lot of my views are very low still, but it's just about tweaking. And I know it's a journey, and I'm prepared for the journey. So yeah, man, we live, we learn, and we move. Yeah, so I just want to thank you lot, those of you that have been commenting, liking, sharing. I'm grateful. And I'm glad that you could join me on the journey. And some of the comments that I'm getting, they're, what's the word I'm looking for? They're encouraging, Because what I've realized is there's a lot of you are in the same position that I was in. 5-6 weeks ago? Well, going in 7 weeks this week, where I was battling with myself to jump in front of a camera, And I want you to understand that problem was real. You know what I'm saying? It was not fluff. It's real. I wasn't about to do this YouTube thing. I wasn't about to talk to a camera. It weren't me. But I bit the bullet, man. And I'll be real, it's probably one of the best things that I could say that I've done, because it has opened up a whole new world, But yeah, we'll touch on that. I actually want to dedicate a video to the comments that I've been getting, especially on this video that's hit the 1,600 mark. So yeah, we'll get into that at a later date. But this video here is about the equipment stage and the beginning stage and feeling comfortable with turning your mic on and turning your camera on and looking the part, because a lot of people say, you don't need this, you don't need that. But my thing is this: if it makes you comfortable, then do it. And you know what? They are right. You don't need this and you don't need that. Technically, they're right. But if a mic makes you feel serious, then buy it. If a camera makes you feel like you're showing up properly, then buy it. If the lighting makes you confident, then buy it. Anything to get you through the door. And I made a TikTok during the week about that, actually. Let me play it. To all my aspiring content creators, no, you don't need all the fancy equipment. But if that's what's going to get you through the door, then buy it. Stop listening to people when they tell you that you don't need it. If it makes you feel confident enough to start, then that's enough. I started my YouTube with my iPhone camera, but I bought 2 pod mics and a Zoom pod track to enhance my sound, because that's how I wanted to start. If you want fancy equipment, then get it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. The only loss, spending the money and never pressing record. But buying the tools to begin, that's not wrong. Start how you need to. It's just a paper boy. Yeah, honestly, start how you need to. There's nothing wrong with... Yeah, man, start how you need to. There's nothing wrong with buying the kit. you know, as you heard in that video, I went all out. I bought pod mics, I bought the lighting, I bought the Zoom pod jack for my sound, you know. I mean, it's not the fanciest of kit, but I could have just started with my phone and a little mic. But that's not how I wanted to start, because I like things a certain way, you know. Even now, I'm like, I need this and I need that. I'm not in the position to even get it, so I'm just gonna crack on with what I've got. But there's nothing wrong with you wanting to start properly. And at the end of the day, if you don't press record on that camera and you've got all the kit, then you're the only one that's losing. You know what I mean? But and I tell you something, once you do actually post, the encouragement that you're gonna get, that's where it lies, you know. I'll be real. That's where it lies. Once you actually post and the encouragement that's out there, the feedback, that's what's gonna propel you. But you're never gonna know what that encouragement feels like until you actually post. You have to just post. You gotta put it out there. It goes without saying. You get a lot of constructive criticism out there. You're gonna get the trolls, but I haven't had any so far. Thank God. But there's a lot of constructive criticism out there. A lot of people want to push you in the right direction. And like I said before, a lot of people that you'll find that are in the same boat that you were in prior to you pressing record on that camera. And they're looking at you for inspiration now. And that feeling, that's a beautiful feeling. That's a beautiful feeling, man. And you want that feeling, but you'll never get it unless you press record. And if you want the fancy equipment, get it. Don't listen to nobody. I'll be honest. I'm not saying you need it, but if it gets you through the door, then get it, honestly. And that is how you will improve. Like, you know, we've all got the anxiety about starting. But once you start and you get that constructive criticism, that's how you improve. That's how you get better. That's how you sharpen that blade. You know, it's through the people. I think for me, because YouTube is a little bit more polished, but I say start on TikTok because TikTok is very rough around the edges. Start on TikTok and just post. I think Instagram is a little bit more polished than TikTok. But what I do is I post on TikTok and I just repurpose it and put it on Instagram, whether it's polished or not. My Instagram is growing a lot slower. To be fair, it's hardly growing. I find that you don't really get as much reach on Instagram as you do on TikTok. So my advice is, if you're gonna start on the TikTok. Get yourself comfortable with being rough around the edges, not being so polished. I started on TikTok first, and then about a week later, I came onto YouTube. But initially I didn't. Starting on TikTok was not the plan. My actual plan was to start on YouTube with my partner and do more like a podcast. But because I wanted to post every day, and that is something that we are still going to do, but because I wanted to post every day, I just started my YouTube on my own. Because I know the podcast wouldn't be an everyday thing. What I'm trying to do is, it's every day. You know what I mean? 3-4 times on TikTok, minimum, and once a day. And I even want to ramp this up. But I'm still in the motion of getting myself into posting, not even putting together the content for YouTube. I'm still in the batching stages, you know. I'm still in the batching stages. Because sometimes you sit here and you're like, I still got this perfectionist thing that I need to let go of, and I'm slowly letting go of it so that I can post more often. Because once I let go of it, I will be doing two videos a day, minimum. But yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. But yeah, man, stop debating the equipment and stop waiting for perfect. Stop watching those tutorials. From you buy the equipment, you've got everything you need. You don't need to watch another tutorial, honestly. You need to just record and press post or press upload. That's it. And don't get me wrong, I understand the nervousness behind it. I get it. But like I said, once you start posting and your content gets out there, you'll have so many people telling you what you could do right and what you're doing wrong. There's a lot of constructive criticism out there, man. Don't be scared of the trolls, man. Thank God I ain't bumped into any as yet. I don't know if it's maybe because of the message that I'm trying to push, but yeah, man. We work, man. We live, we learn. And I say crack on. If it's the phone that you need, the mic that you need, just get it. Press record. Let's go. Stop listening to the people. And you know what, a lot of the time it's people that they're not even doing it. They're not actively in this space. But we listen to them, or you listen to them. Take advice from someone that's doing it, not from someone that ain't. Buy it if you want, or use what you got. But let's not pretend that the equipment is the reason as to why you're not starting. It probably isn't that. It's probably what people think, what people are going to say. Yeah. Whatever it takes to start, my people, man. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, you'll see me again tomorrow. It's just a paper boy. If you've taken anything away from this episode, please, my people, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you, man.